Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Very Sky Readally's video blog. I'm going to make this short and simple. So, I have an update for you all on stimulus. Now, several news articles this morning are saying that there might be a possible direct express payment on April 7th. Unfortunately, currently, April 7th is like next Wednesday. Okay. So currently, that is 1 week from today. Now, you guys could sit there and say, oh, that's great news or whatever. I am going to believe it when I see it. All right. I believe the report I read this morning also stated that if there is no more complications from the stimulus problems. They say if there's no more complications and if they can get the deposits out. Now, the last report I seen this morning was stimulus checks was literally delayed, due to whatever. And they're claiming that they're waiting for veterans and railroad to be finished up. Fortunately, as you all know, 98% of SSI people already got paid. So, like Chloe. Now, we won't talk about Chloe, okay? We're going to talk about Direct Express for a minute, and then I'm going to let you know that they're saying if there's no more complications to stimulus. The article I read was kind of small this morning due to the fact that the article was hard to get a hold of. I also want to go over my comments for a minute. That's what I'm working on. So let me share with you the article, okay, if I can get to it. So this morning I was reading an article, and right here it says, all right, so small, by the way. I got to read it small. Some of the most vulnerable Americans haven't got their stimulus checks. Vulnerable, my ass. They basically are hoarding their money. But millions of them who receive federal benefits should get their payments, according to the IRS, next week. People who receive benefits, that's what I just said. Good morning, Calvin. Let me tell my article here. Okay, that's why I'm here this morning, brother. People who receive SSI, they already got 98% of them got paid, by the way. The railroad and veterans, but do not file tax return, meet the income threshold. Most of them, with the exception of these receiving veterans, could have their payments arrive by direct deposit on or around April 7th. As long as there are no further problems. That's the play on words here, further problems. Veterans Affairs beneficiary will have to wait a little longer. So, veterans and railroad, remember what I said the other day. People are bitching, griping, complaining, bitching, griping, complaining. So now they're going to give the 2% SSI people their funds. Then they're going to give the disability insurance payments their funds. And then the final people that are in retirement that didn't get their money, most of the retirees filed early, they got their money, about 70% of those. So, retirees, disability insurance, survivors, they'll all get their funds by the 7th. The IRS estimates the checks could be issued by mid-April and expects to provide specifics soon. Mid-April. So, for veterans and railroad, or at least veterans. You see? Payments have been delayed because the IRS didn't have the proper paperwork, yada, yada, yada. We already know that. Check to get my payment tools. The agency, the tool would not be updated until the weekend of April 3rd to the 4th. So, if you want to believe this mumbo jumbo malarkey, then you should check your payment tool by April 3rd or 4th. So, they're telling you that they're not updating the payment tool till then, and so you got 3-4 more days before you can check the status of your payment. That's what they're saying. That's new update too, by the way. Mini federals, yada yada yada, over the past 3 weeks. Yeah, so yeah, all right. So there you go, my friends. There you go. April 7th. So they're saying the Get My Payment tool won't be updated until um April 3rd or 4th, which yesterday night when I was talking to all my friends, I said more likely they might update the portal right before payments go out, and more likely it would probably be at the same time as you're having your Easter supper and the government plunks down your stimulus checks right on Easter and say Happy Easter, while everyone else has already spent their money foolishly. Yeah. Well, first of all, Calvin, I want to get into gaming. The second thing is I'm trying to find the equipment I need. What do I do for gaming? Hmm? I really want to show everyone Pioneers of Olive Town to start and Harvest Moon One World and how Harvest Moon One World sucks. But honestly, brother, I don't know the first thing about getting it up and running and how I can stream live like some of these people for hours upon hours on their Switch or their PS4. So if you have any guidance, please share it with me. Now, that's part of general chat, by the way. Now let me go over the comments, okay? A couple comments came in this morning. Was uh, so Ghost says, yeah, being a vet, it shows the government loves what we did to them. Viva la revolution. Elisa Noka says you should have been paid first. I agree, veterans should have, but apparently the greedy SOB taxpayers at work say they're entitled. The other people are um, screwed. And I believe the veterans come first, followed by, say, the railroad people, due to the fact that the railroaders literally had to run two programs Amtrak, which they had to move passengers around, and two is freight. Freight trainers get it too. So, um, anyways, and then Elisa Noka wrote a comment this morning. It was really touching. She said, "I want you to know I'm listening. That was very brave. I'm a rapid cycler. I go up, then crash, and yes, you sit there going, what is the tarnation? Why is this happening? Up, down, up, down. It's a roller coaster. That's how I feel. I was explaining it to you guys yesterday that, you know, telling Elisa Noka that my depression was pretty bad due to the fact that the American people are sitting there being screwed over for the stimulus, but I'm also depressed that elderly and people like my father-in-law are hoarding money and don't want to stimulate the economy. They're afraid that this gift from the government that they paid into is going to be the last of their entire life savings, and they're not putting their faith in God. Then she says, unless you live with it. I suffer PTSD with well due to trauma, and PTSD is bad. I have that too. I have debility and panic attacks. That's probably, where you think you're having a heart attack. Yeah, well, I have nitro. So also suffer from sleep paralysis. This is what she says. I don't know what sleep paralysis is. Hopefully she'll explain that to me one day, which is terrifying. I listen to every word you have to say. And once again, I commend your bravery to share yourself. Feel free to always message me. Well, thank you. Um, I know this journey, and it's tough. God bless you. Bipolar 1 is rapid cycling, which I was asking what the difference is because the DSM gives you like 20 different checklists for both 1 and 2, and bipolar 3 is dicythylamine, however you pronounce it. Is rapid cycle, which means during one day you can be manic, then depressed over and over. Bipolar 2, you stay depressed for long amounts of time. The cycle and the mania both are severe. I am here for you. Thank you, Eliza Noka. So last night I was talking to you guys, and I was on the phone to my father, as you all know, and my father said that I wasn't depressed. He didn't, as I was telling Eliza Noka this morning, my dad doesn't even know what I'm feeling, okay? It upset me. He's like, well, you are, excuse me one second, you are depressed, is what I told him I am, right? I'm depressed. He says, no, you're angry because of all the crap you've had to suffer with Chloe. Did my screensaver fail or did it go turned off mode? I need to check on that real quick because the screensaver should be on. Um, yeah, here we go. This should work. Okay. Thank you for being patient. So, anyways, the reason I'm here for a couple minutes is this is an update. The rumors are going around at April 7th, but as you all know, April 1st is tomorrow. And I hope that every one of you have some common sense. Good morning, Miss Donna. I hope every one of you tomorrow morning, has some fucking common sense to realize tomorrow's prank day, okay? Do not believe anything under the sun. Over when we were with Nintendo a long time ago, yes, game testing and everything else, trust me, it wasn't easy. They used to do pranks on April 1st, and because of that, guess what happened? We always got hyped about games that were so cool that we're going to finally get to play. And then April 2nd, they'd update April Fools. It was a joke. So I don't trust April Fools at all. Trust me. So this girl does not believe it. Nah, he's under the blankie. You can see the blankie moving. I think you guys can see the blankie moving. I think he's trying to chew a hole in it. I don't know. All right. So I want to share that with you. Okay. Before I go, because, I'm on a time frame tonight, I got at least to get 4-hour nap in before we get to my wake up time. And then I got to see my therapist at 1. So I want to thank Elisa Noka for being a guidance too. But, like I said, April 7th is the deadline. Now let's cut to the BS and I'll tell you what's going on, okay? As of last night, all checks are pending for the 1st and the 3rd. Actually, the 1st and 2nd this month coming up, okay? Now everyone's saying, oh, well, my stimulus check's pending. Look, just be grateful you get a fucking monthly check every month. Some people don't even get that. Some people have to be kicked out of their house. Some people might need that $1,400. And yet, not one of you people, except for a few people like Kimberly, will come here and tell me exactly what she needs that money for, like a refrigerator. Everyone else is like, oh yeah, I can't wait to I'm getting a new TV. And then they say I'm a bigot because I allow Chloe to buy alcohol. Chloe's money, Chloe's rules. Plain and simple. All right, so April 2nd. Hey, Big, good morning. I'm about to head off and drink some whiskey and go to bed for a couple hours. But before I do that, I want to share with you that veterans, they say, might be mid-April to end of April. Give or take with the IRS, who knows, right, brother? Again. So what does that mean exactly for SSR, SSS, SSDI, and SSI payments? The ones that are still remaining. Well, as I said, my prediction is if we don't see anything Friday, which tonight and approximately, again, 14 to 15 hours when they reset again, that would be going into Friday. Okay, so if there's nothing pending for Friday, I would say my prediction is between April 5th to the 7th. However, let me just put it to you this way, and I'm going to give the disclaimer. I'm not a prophet, okay? But do not hold it against me and don't call me a prophet if I say this now, okay? I don't want to be classified as a prophet. Some people think I am a prophet from everything I've seen, okay? But don't be surprised if, all accounts, it gets dumped on Easter Sunday just for the government to be a complete dick and be like, happy Easter, enjoy your money. What is pending? What is pending? You see, you come in here and you say, mine's pending. What's pending? You see, you're not giving us any answers. So, what is pending? And the IRS website, right? The IRS Get My Payment Too is supposed to be updated between the 3rd and 4th for payment. So they're saying check this weekend, the 3rd and the 4th, for an updated. The IRS is going to update the computers then to tell us when we're supposed to get our payments. So again, trust that with a grain of salt. You know, the IRS is stupid. All right. So just checked informed delivery for my mail. My mail is like, So, yeah, that's the thing. He's just saying his is pending on the 3rd, okay? But we don't know. Is it stimulus check? Because, yeah, but what check? Your benefit check, your monthly check, or your stimulus check? You see, you're basically throwing it out there, and you don't really want to basically irritate me. Trust me. Big's got the wrench. He can remove you. So we want direct answers. When you say my check, are you saying your monthly check? Oh, well, there you go. See, he corrected it, Big. Yeah, mine's pending for the 2nd. Okay, that's it. My 2 payments are pending for the 2nd. So we just wanted clarification because we've had people say over and over their check's pending, but they annoy me to the point where the moderating team's like, the Palpatine thing, Order 66, and so thing is some people are just basically saying this, but they're not correlating anything. So anyways, like I said, the IRS portal, like I said, is broken. I checked this morning, and they're saying it won't be updated until the 3rd and 4th. So you keep trying once a day, and it'll still say the same thing: payment not available. And if it does work, well, post it in the box below because I think it's going to be basically BS. So, like right here, it says payment status not available. See, I just finished it using a different browser. Yeah. So, anywho, like I said, I need to take some snooze time soon. But there's another part of this update that is going to be very shocking to you all this morning. Something that I read that was that I want to tell you. Okay. Report came out. Scary news, by the way. This is scarier than waiting for a stimulus check. This is where you put your trust in God. Toilet paper is now going to be shortages, and paper towels, canned goods, aluminum's having problems, canned goods are having problems. Apparently, paper products are having problems. Companies are having shipping trouble with shipping containers and stuff. Everything that's coming from China or supplies that come to make products like paper towels, toilet paper, etc. delayed. Tin shortage, so canned goods are hard. Soda cans, hard to get a hold of. And they're talking about coffee being delayed for the next few months too, or longer. So think about that. Beloved Pee Wee's going to wake up, tune into this channel, and hear the update this morning, be going, oh shit, coffee? I'd be very upset too about coffee about now, sis. I mean, literally, I just picked up some organically dark roasted coffee, all because my coffee shop said that one day they might be not in business because PPP loans are for big corporations and not small businesses. She can't get it anyways. So, anyways, the report said prepare for a toilet paper shortage. And if that is not bad enough, let me share with another article that was scary as shit this morning. If I can find it. It said, here you go. This is part of my general chat this morning. Because of the products that's being affected, toilet paper is number 1. Coffee, number 2. Remember, I just said that. People are going to be really bitching if they don't have their coffee. Oh, yeah, gotta have coffee too, Big. 3, furniture. So anything that you need, television stands that they put together, put it in where you put it together at home, stuff like that, television stands, books, beds, etc. Most things come from China, so shortage there. Another one that's really annoying me big this morning is cheese. Now, it says Costco is blaming all cheese shortages to retail. Oh, and not to mention, unless you're, no, I'm not saying alcoholic, right? Unless you are into foreign drinks, cognac, French, Scotch, Scotland, vodka, England, and Russia. Norway, too. Norway makes Ciroc, I believe it is. Damn good vodka. Then you might be stuck with buying something like non imported vodkas or gins or whatever they do. Beef eaters. Ha ha ha. The guards outside the Queen's Castle, beef eaters. Had to throw that in there this morning. Cheese and other things. So they're saying if you can find something that is mostly domestic products, then you're better off. But like, for example, if you like your gut rot champagne, you drink cheap stuff. If you like your other crap, Chris, good morning. I was about to leave. But we're talking for a minute about stimulus updates real quick and cheese shortages. By the way, Big, can you believe that? Cheese shortages. So some of the cheese that I get is actually imported from Italy. Unfortunately, when it gets over here, they put it in the smoker and they smoke it. So it tastes smoky. And so smoked Parmesan cheese. So cheese is going to be big on my list to stockpile. Other items that they're saying is sold out again is milk jerky, aka cheese. Another item is meats. Meats are going like crazy. So, a shop or a store that can supply you meat or a farmer, please help yourself to it. Yeah, exactly. Can you believe that? I love my cheese. You know me, Biggs. I always keep smoked cheese on hand for manicottis. So, on a side note, coffee is shortage too. So you got toilet paper. So basically, all your household essentials, except for stuff that you can get that not people stockpile all the time, like cleaning supplies. They say that's not going to be out, but you're going to have video game shortages. You're gonna have TV shortage. Biggs already knows this one, right? Big. You're gonna have laptop shortages. You're gonna have desktop computer shortages, unless you're like our beloved Pee Wee and have her computer rebuilt, and then you're gonna have a lot of crap shortages. And so people need to be wary that we're not out of the woods yet. So if you can't buy the supplies you need because of a shortage, don't fret. I got a plan. All right. God's with me. I got a plan. You guys need to tell me what you're looking for when I come online for updates or post in the comments. And I will track down a store to get it for you if you don't want to look for one. Just tell me what you need and I'll look for it. All right. That's my job to help you guys out. My job isn't to just sit on my ass and drink whiskey and do diddly shit. My job is to help you guys out when I can. All right. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to serve. All right. And I'm here to give you my blessings too. And to tell you, if someone thinks I'm a royal asshole, well, sometimes I can be. But let's just say you really want to see me be a bitch, I'll give you a little surprise on how you can make me a bitch. If everyone buys out the fucking coffee, you're going to see me super bitch mode and I'm not going to be happy. Because energy drinks are expensive. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, cheese. Did I ever show you the cheese I have in the fridge, Brother Big? Smoked Parmesan. I gotta show you. So we buy extra cheese every time we're at the farmers co-op. Some of the farmers actually smoke it themselves. Sometimes they import some of the cheese. But is that empty? Oh no, that's full. So look at this. Look at this. You can tell it's smoked from the coloration, right? Oh yeah, this tastes so heavenly. Chloe usually buys 2 or 3 extra pieces just so I can munch on a piece from time to time. It's just I could eat this for dinner and be so fucking happy. It's just smoked cheese. The other day, Chloe went in there and said, "Hey, is this all you had?" And they said, "Yeah." Why, Chloe? She said, "Well, Rita wants extra cheese," and they're like, "Well, we'll get So Chloe said, well, can't you just sell her a whole fucking block? The lady said, well, usually the cheese, we get it either in wheels and we cut it. She said, so tell the guy that brings in cheese that cuts it to sell us a whole fucking cheese wheel and we'll cut it ourselves. So Chloe's been trying to secure a wheel of cheese because I could live on that the whole fucking month and be happy. It's just so fucking delicious, you know? But yeah, so there's coffee shortage, cheese shortage, supply shortage on everything. I mean, literally, let me tell you the story about game systems, right? As you all know, I've been trying to get a replacement Switch. Did you know that they're all fucking sold out for the last fucking year? And now people are gobbling them up because the Integra processor that's used for the graphics part of the Switch is being changed out for a better one. So everyone's sucking up these older units, waiting for the new one to come out. And so you go to Amazon or Target or whatever, it's like not available till April or sold out or not available till June. And you're going, you got to be fucking kidding me. Mm-hmm. Switches, Switch Lights, they're all sold out. PS5s, they're being sucked up. Everyone wants them. It's like everyone has a life during the pandemic, and that is be El Hermito. That's my nickname for a fucking hermit. Stay in your house, play your games. So, anyways, so I hope that gives you a decent update tonight. Like I said, I got to get a nap in at least 3 hours. Otherwise, I'm not going to be up for my appointment. So after my appointment around 2 o'clock, I'll check in with you guys again. If you guys want a longer stream, I can do it. Just leave comments below. I do want to thank Eliza Noka for talking to me this morning. We were talking, like I said, how do I feel? Well, Donna, like I said, depressed. And no big, it's not the booze. It's depression. Yesterday was fine, you know, and then the whole thing about Chloe, you remember how Chloe threw a fit, and then all of a sudden my depression went into the well, and Dad's like, oh, well, it's anger. Really, do I look angry this morning? No. Matter of fact, Chloe left me alone all night, so I did nap off and on, and I watched finished the Mormon movie, and then I watched another one about basically like the Trail of Tears for Mormons going across Illinois to Salt Lake, and then the history of the Book of Mormon versus the Bible. You know, that was pretty good. You know, Amazon's got some free stuff, by the way, and I want to say before I go, I'm gonna have some whiskey. Now, one of the things that I truly enjoy about the pandemic, besides video watching, which I want to shout out to Eliza Noka, that if you ever want to do a watch party of something that's on Amazon, we can always watch together if you have Prime. So just throwing that out there, or we can Zoom too, you know. So, but the honest truth is, how do I feel this morning? Like shit, all right? I'm depressed. There's a couple of reasons I'm depressed, and I'll tell you why. One is all the crap I go through with Chloe, right? Just two, place is filthy. Gotta have an organizer come in. Apparently, the lady organizer emailed my advocate and said, yeah, I'll help Rita. What I would like to drink after I get done is I would like a little snack, which won't cost me anything. And if she can find me a fine bottle of not too expensive bourbon, that'll be gift enough for me to get this place done. So I turned to the advocate and emailed and said, I got 2 bottles of bourbon that would be perfect for Smooth as Hell. The lady got back again saying that's perfect. So 2 bottles of bourbon, she'll get this place organized, and then the maid comes in and cleans at $25 an hour. So the gods bless me well. Chloe's admitted she can't basically do jack shit. So the other depression thing is humanity. Everyone is so hungry for their third stimulus, but they're not telling us what they need. And now with a shortage, as Big knows, I just said, shortage of cheese, coffee, and toilet paper. Thank God we still have TP available, stacked up in the room. We got plenty of TP. We've had TP for over a year. I mean, our paper towel, it went for the teepee, and I got to get more paper towels, So I'll order that, and then I'll wait, and then I'll order some more teepee soon. Have it shipped in, Easy peasy Japanesey. But I'm kind of worried about supplies, but I got to put it in God's hands. God knows what we need when we need it. The other thing that's depressing me is, besides supplies being sucked up, everyone's sucking up everything again, trying to prepare. And this is what happened the first and second stimulus, is if you remember. Look at bicycles. People want bikes, and there's no bikes to be had. Hell, I could probably sell Chloe's bike for double the money and get her money out of it plus some, but nope. So, anyways, not that I'm greedy or anything, you guys know that. But anyways, yeah, everything's being sucked up again, and supply and demand's getting harder and harder. It's like this country could be a third world fucking country because supplies are getting harder and harder. And it's like this the last 2 times. So what's going to be different? And the other reason I'm depressed besides supply and demand is I'm upset still that my family left for Texas. I'm gonna be blatantly honest. I love them dearly. I wish them the best, And when the time comes, I hope to catch up with them. It's not their fault. They left for Texas. Okay, it's not my fault either. I just didn't expect it. I knew it was coming, but I didn't think. Honestly, God would allow it. But God has His own plan. Papa's got His own plan. Now, the last part of my depression is this: humanity. While everyone wants their stimulus check, most people, they get monthly checks that don't live in subsidized housing need it. The ones that have monthly and pay full price, like what's his name? Jose, not Jose, Juan. He says, "Oh, I pay full price." Well, I feel bad for Juan. I'm paying subsidized for 2 bedrooms, so. But blatantly honest, I'm worried because some people that have monthly checks make them last longer than people that don't have monthly checks. And some of these people that have monthly checks, they think this is just free money they can go spend. And then what depresses me is the fucking people turn around and post as soon as they hear that 21 more Democrats begged for a recurring stimulus. Everyone knows if you get a recurring stimulus, you lose your fucking benefits if you sign on to the UBI, because they can just flip the switch and say, well, it's over, pandemic's over, bye-bye, saving everyone who didn't get on to the UBI. They get to keep their benefits. So they look over what happens. They can cut half the Social Security workforce down because they don't have to get people on it. And then people that want to reapply have to reapply for disability. And Social Security can turn around and say, look, you signed up for the UBI. They turned it off. The fine print says blah, blah, blah. Then they'll all argue, go to the Supreme Court, and eventually the courts will have to rule, as usual, the usual bullshit. But in the meantime, people would be on benefits that stayed on benefits and switch over to the UBI. You'd see the Social Security Trust Fund last 50, 70, 100, 200 years, even 300 years, because there's not enough people on it. And that's what's upsetting me. There's too many fucking greedy people out there. I mean, look, you can see it right now when you get a report that comes in through the pipe. Delayed stimulus checks, delayed supplies, toilet paper shortage, cheese shortage, coffee shortage. My mind, I'm like, how the fuck dare do you basically delay the coffee and the cheese? So, well, there you go, Biggs. That's what I'm saying. They're fucking greedy as hell. They're fucking greedy fucks. They just want to fucking force stimulus. They're pushing for a forced stimulus. But as you know, they can only do 3 reconciliations until 2022. So they can only do 2 more reconciliations, and the next lined up is October. So you got from now until fucking October, Brother Biggs, for reconciliation. So there you have it. Good morning, Mark. They might have this shit together. Don't toot your horn yet, brother. Still too early, Mark. And that's, like I said, check the IRS portal over the weekend. Keep checking it. I have to get a nap in before my therapist appointment. I will be back after 2. Hope to see you guys then. If I'm not, I will game. And then you'll see me at 10:30 tonight, more likely. So I got an email to reply to and a movie to put in. So and some whiskey to drink. So, I hope you guys tune in a little later. If there's anything that comes down the pipe, or if you have any questions or concerns, leave them in the comments. If you hear some updated news that I don't hear when I get up and do my therapist and everything, I will check. I check comments throughout the day. Sometimes I don't reply to them all, but you know how it is. So here we go. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion. Hit the like, subscribe button. Hold funding for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs. Hit the little bell notification. Smash the like button. Leave comments, like I said. Just keep it nice is all I ask. And thanks for watching, everyone. And God bless you and everything you do.